Getting back to grammar, specifically pronouns, the relative is a common pronoun both in English and in Latin. The definition relative pretty accurately describes what this pronoun does. With the components re, meaning back, plus fero, meaning to bring, it suggests that this pronoun refers back to the word that precedes. This word is often called the antecedent, from antecedere, meaning to go before. Let's suppose we have these two sentences. The girl lives on your street, and we love the girl. The goal of the relative clause is to fuse these two sentences into just one. Then you would be able to say, we love the girl who lives on your street. So we are technically using a little shortcut, which allows one to avoid repeating the same words. The process will be a little more complex in Latin than in English because Latin uses cases, but at the same time, don't forget that cases will be exactly what make the sentence precise and clear beyond any doubt. In order to understand this concept, it will be better to see all the forms first. Qui, quae, quod. Cuius, cuius, cuius. Cui, cui, cui. Quem, quam, quod. Quo, qua, quo. Qui, quae, quae. Quorum, quarum, quorum. Quibus, quibus, quibus. Quos, quas, quae. Quibus, quibus, quibus. You will notice that the forms for genitive and dative singular are the same for all three genders. The same thing happens for nominative feminine singular and the nominative plural feminine and neuter. The ablative singular reminds us of the second declension in the masculine and neuter and the first in the feminine. The forms of dative and ablative plural also look alike, and they are a reminder of the third declension. The genitive and accusative plural follow the first and second. 30 forms in total, and we definitely have to learn how to use them. The most important thing at this point is that since the Latin relative pronoun is declinable, it must always agree with the antecedent. This means that the pronoun will be modified in gender and number by the noun that comes immediately before in the sentence. Observe the following. Homo qui venit pater meus est. The man who is coming is my father. Mulier quae venit mater mea est. The woman who is coming is my mother. Pueri qui veniunt filii mei sunt. The boys who are coming are my sons. Puellae quae veniunt filiae meae sunt. The girls who are coming are my daughters. It's certainly much simpler in English than in Latin, but this is only half of the story. Remember when we said that the relative pronoun agrees with the antecedent in gender and number? Well, we didn't say case. This is the confusing part. In fact, unfortunately, the case of the relative pronoun is not necessarily the same case of the antecedent. It's governed by the function that it acquires in its own clause. If the pronoun is maintaining a subject role, like in the sentences from before, it will remain nominative. But if it changes into a direct object, a specification, an indirect object, or any of the ablatives, the relative will reflect the changes and it will change case. This will require a good deal of accuracy. Let's illustrate what this means with the following sentences, where the case of the relative pronoun changes despite the fact that the main clause remains the same. Canis, qui in via ambulabat, tria crura abebat. Here, the relative pronoun is nominative because it maintains the function of subject even in the relative. Canis quem vidi, tria crura abebat. Here, the relative pronoun is in accusative because vidi is introducing a new subject, which is I, and the dog becomes its direct object. Canis, cui os dedi, tria crura abebat. Here, the relative pronoun is dative because the dog receiving a bone is the indirect object. Canis, quem valde amabam, tria crura abebat. Here, the relative is acting as a direct object because the new subject is I. Therefore, we see the pronoun in accusative. Canis, quocum ambulabam, tria crura abebat. In this last one, we see the dog as an ablative of accompaniment. You can always separate the main clause from the relative because the main clause is independent and the relative is subordinate. Now let's see many more examples in Latin. We'll use commas and separate the relative clause to facilitate comprehension. Hector, qui fortis est, Achilli resistit. Qui is subject here and refers to Hector, a masculine noun. Urbem, in qua habitamus, valde amamus. In qua is place in which and refers to urbs, a feminine noun. Aurigae, quorum equi sunt celerrimi, non semper victoriam habent. Quorum is possessive and refers to auriga. Dominus feminas, quae aquam portant, salutat. Quae is subject here and refers to feminas, which is a feminine noun. Psyche, quae valde fessa est, mox dormit. Quae is subject and refers to the goddess Psyche, feminine. Amor tuus se ostendit in iis literis, quas a te accepi. Quas is a direct object and refers to literis, feminine plural. Aeneas accedit ad templum, quod in colle stat. Quod is the subject and refers to templum, which is neuter. Frustra laborat, qui omnibus placere studet. Qui is the subject here, masculine because it is the one who. Amicam quacum quotidie ambulat, quintus amat. Quacum is ablative of accompaniment and refers to amicam, feminine. Tyrannus homo est, quem nemo amat. Quem is a direct object here and refers to homo, masculine. Flores, quos nobis donavisti, triclinium ornant. Quos is a direct object referring to flores. Luna lucem eam, quam a sole accipit, in terram mittit. Quam is a direct object referring to lucem, feminine singular. Non semper beati sunt ii, quibus Deus, multas divitias dedit. Quibus is indirect object referring to ii, masculine plural. Tempestatem, quae nos omnes terrebat, non timebam. Quae is now subject, referring to tempestatem, feminine singular. Let's check comprehension. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more tutorials. Support me on Patreon so I can keep making content. And as always, feel free to email me, ProfessorDaveExplains@gmail.com.